Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. I had
Yeah.
quite a lot of sleep last night.
Mm-hmm.
How about
Yeah.
yourself?
Well, I woke up at 5 and then I meditated until 6 and then I fell back asleep until 7 and then we all were like, oh, I gotta prepare the live.
Yeah, it was a very rare lion. But how late did we work last night?
Um,
Basically until
I think until
10, 9.
9ish, I
Yeah.
think.
So our
Yeah.
bodies are like, it's time to end this.
Yep, that is entrepreneur's life. That is what it looks like when it gets very busy. But that's also a nice feeling because I remember those times back in my early freelancing days when really the worry was, will there be food on the table next week? And now it's more, will there be enough hours in the day to do the work?
Mm-hmm.
And I prefer this.
Me too. I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Yeah. Well, what are we going to talk about today, Andrea?
We're going to talk about how experts deliver lessons straight at your fingertips by way of Masterclass.
Yep. And that is a very interesting and actually very efficient marketing strategy. And I want to be very clear, it's a strategy. A strategy is a sequence of tasks, of steps that you plan so that you get a marketing outcome. Very often misunderstood. So before, let's say, last year, were you aware of the concept of a masterclass?
I mean, who's familiar with the Masterclass streaming course? Again, they give you lessons. I think now it's unlimited, but before it was fairly limited. And I'm familiar with the idea of a masterclass, but I had never seen anyone else do it besides Masterclass. Pre-COVID, at least.
So what is it?
So a masterclass is a series of lessons that are delivered by experts, like true experts in their field. It could be from a chef, it could be from an artist, it could be from a singer, and they give you the tips and tools that you need to become more like them, which is masters at whatever their craft is. And it's not something that everyone can do, but everyone is a master in something. So I bet you could give a master class, but there's still strategies and techniques that you need to use in order to deliver a successful one. That's what I understand it to be.
Okay.
What do you think?
I disagree.
Really?
I don't think everyone can give a master class. No.
No?
No, that's just, puffy, nice world. Everybody's valuable. Which they are, but not everybody can give a master class.
So what you're saying is everyone could give a master class, but you wouldn't go to everybody's master class. You wouldn't attend it or pay for it.
That is for sure.
So what makes someone want to pay for a master class? First of all, who do you think is qualified to give a master class, since you don't think everybody can do it?
Yeah, well, someone who has for several years successfully done to a master level what they're teaching.
Ooh, that's important. Go back to that mastery again.
Yeah, a mastery, it means that you have done it for quite some time successfully. Otherwise, how do you want to teach it? But I will say there's a lot of people nowadays, everybody wants to be a master. Got to be a little bit careful whose masterclass you attend. But you mentioned, would you pay for a master class? And that is for sure something that is done, such as the website you mentioned. But today I want to talk about the master classes that are used in terms of marketing strategies.
Ooh, tell us about it.
And those are typically for free, although I realize they can also be paid if you're really slick. Such as John Lee, for example, he made me personally pay for a masterclass, and then the masterclass itself was like a super valuable infomercial. And that's okay if it is super valuable. I mean, you can, a lot of books that you buy are valuable, but then they still make references to maybe websites or programs you can join.
Tell us more about that. What qualifies as valuable? How do you deliver value to someone? Because I think that's misunderstood. Like in my teaching days, I remember people would teach.
Yeah.
And I just feel like I didn't get anything out of it. And there's speakers today that will speak, and I feel like I'm not getting anything out of it.
Yeah, I think in the world of marketing, and usually it has to do with marketing or learning something, it's really the key component is actionable tricks or actionable knowledge that you can actually apply right after you've left the masterclass and get a result. So there's always a little bit of theory of course, that comes with it. You always got to lay the foundations, the foundational knowledge, and that alone can be very valuable. But then when it is coupled with, okay, so I taught you, I'm going to give an example. I talked to you about the importance of having an emailing list. And now I'm also going to show you a very affordable tool and how you can collect addresses from your website and so on and so forth.
So what you're saying is anyone who attends a masterclass should be able to walk out and do something that was taught to them from that masterclass.
Yeah, their lives should have improved after that masterclass, definitely, because that will impress, and that is proof that you know what you're doing, and that will lead to potentially a sale. Which again, I want to go a little higher and see what this strategy is about. Is a simplified 3-step strategy where first, throughout the week, you market in your posts or in your emails or in your in-person interactions, you market that masterclass that is scheduled at a specific time and day. And then you actually, okay, let's give an example. So for example, one of our clients and collaborators is Dr. Schubel. And he has a website, schubelvisionelite.com, that teaches chiropractors how to be better in business and also in their clinical outcomes. So all week long, we create content that tells the users, the visitors, to RSVP for that masterclass that is always on a Thursday at 12 Eastern time. Mm-hmm. So throughout the week, you talk about helpful stuff around chiropractic care. And then at the end of your content, whether that's video or written text or an image, you say, sign up for the masterclass at noon. Of course, the special component is that it's live, and that that your role model actually, they will show up, and you get to interact, you get to ask questions.
Yeah. So a word about that, because you mentioned Dr. Schubel, and I just I'm thinking about stage presence and thinking about communication skills, the ability to deliver an idea or message. Nobody wants to watch a boring master's class. No. Nobody wants to watch anybody speak who just can't deliver. And I think that is also what makes a master course what it is. It's not just dispensing information at random, but with skill and technique, and being a great communicator and a great storyteller, and being able to really keep people focused on what you're saying, entertained, edutained. Mm. So I think that is definitely a higher level and a skill that you need to have as well when you're able to do that. And Dr. Schubel, who is a worldwide speaker renowned for that and for chiropractic and for business, I listen to him, and I have no intention to become a chiropractor, but I can still apply his tips and tools.
Exactly. It's very motivating.
It's valuable.
Yeah, it's valuable. And so during the masterclass, usually towards the end, there is some form of pitch for it's an offer. And here's why that is absolutely no problem, is because if you have given value consistently for an hour or sometimes 2, depending on the masterclass, you have the right, you have earned the right. Your audience will not be mad at you to present an offer to them. On the contrary, they will often be very interested in it because it's just going to be an extension, a deep dive into what you have learned for an hour, right? So that is the strategy. Those are the three steps. Throughout the week, you market the masterclass. People sign up. You will have about a 40% show rate. People will sign up for the live masterclass. You give it, and at the end, there's an offer that is really, of course, in relation to what was taught in the masterclass. And then on average, roughly 10% of your attendees will convert, will buy your offer. So if you rinse and repeat, you do that every week, that can be a very powerful marketing strategy. But of course, it is not for fakers. I mean, again, that's why no, you can't just be on the masterclass and talk about fluff. That doesn't work.
Yeah, well, I still stand by the idea that everyone is capable. Everyone has something that they can give a masterclass on. You don't think I could do a masterclass on hair?
Type Andrea or Shankar, depending on whose side you are on.
Could I not give a masterclass on? Yes, you could probably give a masterclass on hair now.
You could, but you said everyone.
Everyone has something they could give a masterclass on. That doesn't mean they could actually do it.
No, you think too highly of humanity.
What do y'all think? Let us know.
Yeah, so if you want to experience such a masterclass today, actually at noon, Dr. Schubel, who's an excellent speaker and who's just so inspiring for any business owner, quite frankly. You can go to find him, his Facebook, and you find the link, or just message us. I'll give you the link. So yeah, the 3 steps again, summarized. During the week, drive traffic to the masterclass registration form. Then hold your masterclass. And at the end of the masterclass, there's an offer, and you have deserved your right to present the offer because you have given an hour or 2 full of valuable, actionable information. By the way, you see this link blended in here, shanks.club. What that is a repository of recordings of masterclasses that we conduct. And typically they are only accessible if you have pre-registered. I don't send out recordings, but if you become part of the Shanks Club, I will. And there will be many other perks in there. There's going to be discounted software. There's going to be weekly tips around brand, marketing, strategy, business. So check that out. And is there anything else, Andrea?
That's all for now.
That's all for now? Okay, well, thanks. Give us a thumbs up. Share this if it was helpful to you. And we'll see you again tomorrow morning. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.